Hello and welcome to another, should I say, episode of the Rabbit Breeder spreadsheet, the explanation of the Rabbit Breeder spreadsheet. So we are done with the sales sheet. We are now at the capital sheet, our investment sheet. So remember that at the perimeter side, we mentioned that our starting capital is 40,000. So this is the 40,000 here. That's the capital, our starting capital. Then this is it. So, and this is also our what do we say? This is the cost. This is the value, the farm value, which includes the cages, the breeders, and the winners. At the start, you come to the stock, you know that this is the start, right? At the start, we had this, and that, which translate to this figure. And I don't think this figure is right, but by the time you have your spreadsheet, this will be all right. Then this is the value of the farm at any point in time. So when you take your breeding stock, the cages, and you use what you inputted in the parameter to multiply, this is what you should be getting to be the value of the farm. Remember, it does not include the farmland and the farm structure. It includes the cages, the breeding stock, and the winners. Okay, so and this is the capital, working capital. Now this figure here should never, or it should never be turned to negative. It can't be negative because you can't. When it gets to negative, it means you are owing someone. When it gets to this stage, it means you either need to borrow to run your business, or you need to add more funds from your pocket to run the business. So this is where you can add funds. So this stage is, I have 40,000. I've started all right. The 40,000, I've been able to buy my land, the cages, the breeding stock. I have bought all of this. With this 40,000, I have been feeding my rabbits. But then the projection shows that at this particular week, I might not have money to feed my rabbits, because I have an extra 100 winners, which eventually change my farm value to this value, from this value to this value. Because of that 100 winners, we assume that we are selling them for 40 cedis each. This is what it resulted in our farm value. So our farm value has actually increased to this. Now anytime we add more, the farm value increases. So the next 4 weeks it increases, then it increases another 4 weeks. Right, then I think that will be our maximum farm value at that time. So we have 60 does, 6 bats, and about 300 winners at various stages or at various ages, giving us our farm value of that figure. So this means when you take your spreadsheet and you input all of this data, I have 40,000 available. My spreadsheet is telling me I need about 65,000. The minimum. I'm saying I would rather go for 75,000 to cater for any shock that might come along. So here it means you need to borrow at least 2,000. Then the following week you need to borrow again about 100, right? So you just have to find an extra money around this date, like 25,000, sorry, which will make your capital 65,000. Then to be okay, because you never run again. Now when this working capital equals this place, you can also know when you break even. It will correspond with the sales sheets when you break even. When this working capital equals the capital, then it means you have break even. Now you see, this is where it cross it here around this place, but then it comes down again. Then this is where I think, okay, then it comes down again. So then this is where this, the 11th November 2024, is where you actually break even proper, that you never go back to negative. So let's check the sales sheet. You see that the same week we will break even. Same week, 11th November 2024. 11th November 2024. Here is the 11th November 2024. You see that the same week is when our last negative figure was. We broke even here, right? So from here we are enjoying our fruits, our labor. So when you ask yourself, is rabbit farm profitable? This sheet should be able to answer that question for you. Once when you know these figures, you know your cost of the cost of the land, the cost of breeding, the cost of breeding those, the cost of cages, the cost of feed, how long you keep your rabbit on your farm, and the expected outcomes of your farm. This should be able to tell you that these are projections. When you keep the life and you maintain recording it, it still projects to you in the future. So at any point in time, you can scroll down and see, oh, am I still on track, or is my break-even date coming up, or is it going further down? This spreadsheet will be able to tell you all this once you start using it. So this is the working capital. The working capital side, the capital side, this is where you can introduce or withdraw. So it's introduce or withdrawing. So you can withdraw. If you want to withdraw 10,000, it means you are taking money from your farm. It reduces the capital, reduces your working capital. If it's negative, if it's positive, it increases your capital, it increases your working capital. So that is it for the capital. I think I'll do the capital and the transactions together. Let me go to the transaction because it's very simple. The transactions, the first line should be your capital, your started capital. Now after you've made your projection, you have 40,000. You've inserted that figure into the parameter side that you have 40,000. You come here and you say my started capital, my initial capital is 40,000 income. Here is it. My balance is therefore 40,000. Then I bought kgs. I bought like 6 kgs at 2,000. 12,000. It reduces my transportation. Maybe I bought feed. 25 at 100. I bought like 20 bucks. Is this 25 kg? 25 kg is, let's say you bought 25 bucks of 25 kg. So this is it, 100. Okay, so this one is 20 bucks of the 25 kgs of, I believe Marco's feed is 100 now, right? So this is 20 bucks of Marco's feed. Will be like 20 bucks will be like 20 bucks. I believe each bag will be 25 kg, so it's about 500 kilos of feed. This is the cost of the 500 kilos of feed. So you buy them, you buy certain stuffs, you put all of this here. You buy breeding stock. Remember we bought breeding stock like let's say 166 by 100. Bought breeding stock, bought other stuffs. Then eventually when we start selling sales of rabbits, maybe we sold like maybe 60 rabbits at maybe 55 each. We come to income because it sales 55 times 60, it adds up to our our balance. So this should be the money that you have. All right, the balance here should be the money that you have either at the bank or in your coffers. So you can introduce capital, right? You introduce more capital. Introduce capital. You produce more capital. It's a positive, right? It's as an income, 25,000. Then maybe drawings. You withdrew money from your farm. It's not expenses. It's not something that you are paying to, but you are taking it out maybe to do something personal. There's a 10,000, right? Expense. It reduces your working capital. It reduces your money that you have at the bank or in your coffers. So this is where you input your daily transactions, anything concerning money incurred or earned because of your farm, you put it here. When you buy drugs, you put them here. When you pay someone, you put it here, right? Every transactional monetary transaction that you make, you put it here. Then you know that you are on the right track. This is your balance. This is the money that you have to run your business. The working capital that you see here is projections. This is the actual. Okay, so that's it for the capital and the transaction. So I believe this will be all for the spreadsheet. I left I think I left few sheets. The breeding sheet, for instance, I left it because I believe it's very understandable, because most of us do use it. We already use something like that, and this is the summary sheet. Also, I left it out. I believe it's also self-explanatory. But in case you need more understanding of these two, let me know and I'll make special videos for them. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you love our work and you want to order for the spreadsheet, let us know in the comment box and we will contact you with details on how to get it. Irrespective of where you are in the world, we can get it for you, and it will work perfectly wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.